Hello everyone, it's another page in my, no, it's not really a junk journal, but this journal I made from this leaflet from my energy provider. So I'm working on the next page, and the pages are all gessoed and already, so I start here with collagen, a bit of tissue paper on this. Tissue paper is from two different ones, but both are from Seven Gypsies, and try to lay them down in a balanced pattern. So that's done here, and as next I put a gesso wash on top. I wanted to have it a bit in the background, but still it's showing through. And I do next a various of colors, I think. I don't know why I left that in all the time. Normally I've cut that short, you know. Okay. Oh, it's not dry yet, and I dab a bit off where the tissue paper is, and that's a new stencil I got. I really like that pattern, and it is, I got it here in Switzerland. It's I think it's from a German company. I really can't tell you which one. And is it Marabu? I think it's Marabu. So I liked it, and I thought that is perfect for the theme I'm going for. It's a bit steampunky theme, and not very that dark, you know, but with the elements I put on, especially with this stencil I'm using here from Crafters Workshop, yeah. And I thought this little stencil would go with that perfectly, and I think it did. And I had some gaps to fill and use this chicken wire stencil. It's Crafters Workshop as well. So only because I had to fill this little gap, so I thought that works with it, and use that one. I wasn't sure. Yeah, there's another little gap. I couldn't wait to dry the other stuff, so I had to be very carefully. And now after it dried, I started with my paint, and I go here with one of my most favorite combinations, and I start with turquoise, and I use Amsterdam paint, acrylic paint. I really do like this paint. It's, of course, you can get better quality, but the quality it's a reasonable quality for a really reasonable price as well. So, and I don't cover the whole page with it. I wanted to have this light white gaps, and I mainly put it on the dark spaces there on that tissue paper, and do what I really like to do. I put the paint on and rub it off first with a dry cloth, and then going over it with the baby wipe, and at the end with the baby wipe full of paint I go over the whole page, that I have this light turquoise on the white spaces as well, but not that covered. And the next one is one of my favorite colors as well, that calls sea green, I think. Yeah, Meergrün in German, so sea green. It's one of this cheap paint I have from Deco Art. It's more a crafting paint, and cheap quality, but it does its job, and the color is really nice. I do like it. And I do the same thing here, first with the dry cloth or with the dry kitchen towel, lift some of the wet stuff up, and at the end I think I go over it with the baby wipe. Yeah, I do as well, only to have a little hint of paint left. And I really didn't like, to me there wasn't enough contrast, so I went in with this red, no it's not red, what is it? Permanent red violet it is, as well from Amsterdam, to give it a bit of contrast. So, and that, of course, I removed the paint as well, first with the dry kitchen towel, and then I used a baby wipe as well, because I didn't want to have it that contrasty, so I put it a bit back into the, I toned it down with it a bit to put it back into the background, so, but it, of course, should be a bit obvious. And to raise a bit the modeling paste stencil areas, I use this, one of my favorites one at the moment. I just found out about, not found out, but I saw it, and it's from Amsterdam, the paint, acrylic paint, and it's called Pewter. Did you pronounce it like that, Pewter? And I really love that color. It gives such a nice metallic shine, but not in silver. It's more a champagne-like color, so I really do love it. And I use it here on a thin watercolor paper to print my stamps on from Chocolate Boutique, this steampunky stamps. And of course, to distress it a bit, it looked too nice, elegant and shiny, I went over the half-dry paint and lift a little bit of the paint off to get this distress look. And I used stays on this paint, because I wasn't sure if it was too slippery, or I was on the safe side here to use that. I think could have used archival as well. So I have 3 different sizes of these flowers, and I cut them out and used my crocodile to punch holes and put the eyelets in where they have been stamped already. This feature was stamped on it, so I put a real metal on it. And here you can see I used, and I forgot of course again to video that bit. I always think, oh, I'm videoing and showing everything into the camera, and then it doesn't, it's not running. So, and this rust is really great. I like to use it, and you can, it's specially made for paper or cardboard, whatever, or, and it's a German company, I just say, and it's called Original Rust. It's a granulat, it's this little pebbles, or no, stuff like that, and it's from the company For Your Art, and 4 is written in the number 4. Oh, there's even an address on. It's www.4, as in the number 4, yourart24.de. So if you're interested, you can have a look there. And here I use a metal wire I have in one of my paper ribbons, and I put the paper away I was after the metal only. And there was another stamped feature on this sewing pattern on it, and I thought I would it would look nice with this metal going through, but at the end it's not that obvious. And I think the metal goes, or is in the same sort of color like the pewter I used, so it's not really obvious. You will see that at the end on the still picture. So, and I would have wrecked the paper anyway, so I stopped with one, and I left it like this, and I went a bit with a pit pen over the outlines of that modeling paste stencil stuff I have put down. And here I'm looking for the gears. They're coming in different metal colors, in copper or brass and silver, and I was after the silver ones because that would fit better with the whole page. And the metal stuff I glue down with glossy accent. Nothing better to glue down metal than with a glossy accent. And the paper I used the tacky glue, Eileen's tacky glue. So that's for paper, and when you have this bulky stuff on it, it's really great. It glues fantastic, and it won't come off. I've never experienced on some of my stuff that it comes off, so can highly recommend that. And that's it with gluing, I think. And at next step, I've done the page a while ago, a few days ago, and haven't done. Oh, here I do the shading with my Pit and turquoise pit brush, and I haven't done the voiceover until now, so I'm not sure what I have done. So I should put the finished page next to me to know better. The shading, I only do the shading around these flowers, not more. And I do next, okay, I only a bit of, I use this white Sharpie to accentuate some of these features on these flowers. They were put a bit too much into the background because of this rust powder I used, and I wanted to accentuate them again. So the next step is the sentiment, of course, and this 2 stem sets, I was after them for such a long time, and I found them now. I wasn't looking for them, but I found them in a shop. You wouldn't expect them to have stems, actually, and I couldn't resist buying them. I did. So I'm not familiar with the distance you have to stamp it down, and I started here and I didn't like it, so I started again. But of course you won't be able to stamp with this stem set something perfect words, perfect lined up words, but I'm definitely not after perfection. And the sentiment actually says, trying to tear down the past prohibits you from building up your future. And I think that's so true. This splatters I make with distress stain, vintage photo distress stain, that's right. I leave it for just starting to dry, and then I lift it off with a dry kitchen towel. Didn't want to have them that obvious. And of course I go with a loose sketchy line around these words. That's what I like to do. And of course I etch the page. As you can see, I started with black, but I didn't like it because it was too contrasty, and I decided to go for something brown, and I can't remember, sorry, which brown. Sienna, burnt sienna, I can't remember. It's a dark brown, and I think it fits much better with the other stuff. And that's the end. I decided to have a light stamping with this script reflection, and that's it. And at the end you can see some pictures, and I hope you liked it, and I thank you so much for watching, and see you next time. Bye bye.